Raise your hand if you think tigers are cool animals. Raise your hand. Okay. Alright. Good. In this speech, I'll be talking about the tiger population going endangered. A lot of us in here think that tigers are amazing animals and don't deserve to be endangered. That's why I have most of all of you guys, that's why I asked you guys the question. Raise your hand if you think tigers are amazing animals. In this speech, I'll be hitting on three key points about the tigers going extinct. We're going to dive into why tigers are going extinct, what is the cause, and what's the solution, how can we stop this? Let's dive into the first main point. Main point number 1. Tigers have been going endangered. According to Cruzan and Vasquez M. McDonald in 2017, in the article entitled Scientific Crowdsourcing in the Wild Research and Conversion, Tigers, as a cause of study, tells about how the tiger population is in hot water. In 2017, the population of tigers was around 3,200 tigers on the earth total. They are getting killed by poachers and living in environments as tigers are getting killed by humans, and their body parts as tigers are getting killed for their fur and for their body parts used for Chinese medicine. According to another article by Denstern Lorks and Timothy Scherschel, and in 2007 the article was published. The article is titled The Fate of the Wild Tigers. This article also states how the tiger population isn't being taken care of well enough by the government. Their habitats are being lost by these crazy tense poachers. They go on to say how the tiger population now occupies 7% of the historical range of tigers being alive. This article from 2017, the tiger population at the time decreased by 41% in 2017. Now, of course, it's gone down so much more than just 41%, and this was from 2007. And look at it today. Now that we've dived into the problem of the tigers going extinct, let's dive into why they are and how some people support this idea of why they're getting killed, and why some people support their idea of getting killed. According to the article in 2018, the article titled Reminder about Tigers, Current and Status Conversion, it states in this article the number of humans living in the areas where tigers live, as well as other animals. Tigers eat to survive. If the humans not only kill the animals that the tigers eat, the tiger population also dies. And also dies from that because they have no food to eat. And the human population also goes on after the tigers because of what they live in their habitats, their fur as well. And they use the bamboo that the tigers use for, because bamboo, it's used for sugar, it's used for other purposes that we as people use as well. The article also states tigers are killed by us humans for the coats, like I stated, and the hair, and Chinese medicine. This is an example of how stopping the killings of tigers, people would disagree with. This is an example of how tigers getting killed, people that kill the tigers would disagree, like, no, killing tigers is okay. We get the fur, we get their bamboo for purposes, we get their body parts for Chinese medicine, like their teeth, their liver, it's all used for Chinese medicine. No, like, killing tigers is okay, we should continue to do it. This is an example of why people would be against this presentation and be against being like, no, let's not stop the killings, let's continue the killings. According to the article by Dayson in 2015, tigers form. So in this article, it basically talks about how tigers are used for Chinese medicine. Like, it's the article states tiger farms stoke Chinese demand for tiger wine and rugs, putting wild cats. It's used for basically the things that are used. The tigers again are once again used for this article. Basically states exactly what I state, but a bit more detail, which not too different. This article by Dateson in 2015 states that tigers are killed for their fur, to keep warm, for us humans to wear fur coats, for Chinese medicine, because different parts of the tiger are used for medicine, like it says the eyes are used, the whiskers are used for toothaches in Chinese medicine, the skin is used for mental illness, the teeth are used for Chinese medicine to cure fevers of a human, and the bones are used to cure arthritis, headaches. You know, if you use a tiger's bones, it's used in Chinese medicine to cure those things. And the brain is actually used in Chinese medicine, they use the tiger's brain to help with someone feeling lazy, to not feel lazy, to feel more energetic. So this article by Dateson in 2015 talks about that. And again, people would disagree with stopping the tiger killings because of all these properties that people benefit from killing the tigers with their fur and the Chinese medical purposes and the bamboo that they live in their habitats, using it for money, selling and making money. Now that we talked about the causes of why tigers are going endangered, let's dive into the solutions. The main point, how to save the tigers. According to this article in 2015 by Muslich and Durian in 2017, the article is titled "Scientific Crowdsourcing and Wildlife Research Conversion Tigers." Basically, this article talks about the solution that's going on in Indonesia. It states in the article, in Indonesia, they are creating the forest specifically to protect tigers to live on, and to be protected, with authorities watching them. The spaces are 1,000 kilometers, and it's watched with real intensity. So this article talks about how in Indonesia, the tiger population is being protected with this new force specifically used to protect tigers at all costs and watch with real intensity like bodyguards. Solution number two. Solution number two, by Karen Bullard in 2019. Americans shockingly huge, the tiger population is finally getting more oversight. The American shockingly huge tiger population is finally getting more oversight. Tells how not a lot of people, not just in America but in other countries, don't know how the tigers are being treated like this. In China, or how parts of the tiger are used for the market that Americans also invest, not just the Chinese, but also the Americans also invest their money in, and how everyone in this room has had or still have their stuffed animals, because the idea that stuffed animals comes from the idea of killing tigers. Now, Billard also goes on to say how the U.S. law enforcement's doing this is not going to start the limiting of animal exhibitions and traveling in zoos. This stops anyone from buying tiger parts in the U.S. and behind state lines from one country and trying to bring in here to the U.S., which is illegal. So basically, with tigers being used for stuffed animals and and body parts for medicine purposes, the American market also benefits from this as well. So it's not just